So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create clinical based scenario questions, multiple choice, based on whatever exam you're going to be taking for CRNA school. And you're going to do this with ChatGPT. And what you're doing is you're generating questions to help test you on the material. So if you have a PowerPoint or a book, chapter of the book or anything like that, you're going to need the paid version of ChatGPT to do this. You're going to go ahead and you're going to go to the top right corner and you're going to click My GPTs, right? And you're going to create your own custom GPT. As you can see, I have different GPTs for different classes per exam. So exam 2, I had a GPT. And you're going to create your own GPT. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a name, or actually, I've skipped a part. You're going to go to create. You're going to name it. So it could be called Advanced Health Assessment or Local Anesthetic. You're going to give it instructions. Now you're like, hey, I don't know where to get instructions from. You can ask ChatGPT to generate you instructions, and you can tell it what exactly you're looking for. Some of you might say, I want true or false questions. I want multiple choice questions. I want very difficult exam questions, however you want to word it. For my bot, I'll show you that I'll show you what I created. You can go ahead and pause the video if you want to write down or copy this prompt. I'll put it in the description. And then you want to go ahead and you want to upload the files of your classes, right? So I have my review questions that I have for my exam review that she went over. I have my GI and abdomen exam PowerPoint, my musculoskeletal exam PowerPoint, GU exam PowerPoint. You could add more files, even add the book chapters if you want ChatGPT to pull information from these materials, because the goal is we don't want it to pull from online, because online sources may be incorrect. Whatever edition of your book may be updated and wherever it's pulling may be outdated. So you want it to pull directly from the sources of your text, your uploaded material. Then you're going to go back to your bot. You're going to click update, right? You're going to click create, which is right here in the top corner. When you're done, you upload your files, and then you should have a bot that looks like this at the end with your name. So I'm going to click 10 MCQ multiple choice questions for abdominal pain, right? So once it generates all these questions, you're going to copy and paste them into a Microsoft Word document. Why? Because we're going to upload these to RemNote. Because what's the point of doing it in ChatGPT? Then tomorrow we're going to come back and then we're going to have to talk to ChatGPT again, and we may not be able to just keep finding all of these questions. We're going to lose them. It's just unorganized to keep it in ChatGPT. Let's keep it in RemNote, when we can just take questions and do questions on the phone, in the bathroom, on the go. We don't have to just keep coming back to ChatGPT every day. Wherever we're in the car, we're in the passenger seat, we're on our way to a party, a get together, you can still be able to hit questions, even if it's 5 questions, 10 questions, to keep the information fresh in your memory. So once you highlight all of this, you're going to go ahead and you're going to copy it and paste it into a Word document. And you're going to do this, generate 10 more or 10 range of motion questions, whatever it is. You're going to keep asking ChatGPT and keep pasting it into a Word document. By the time you have a Word document, you're going to go ahead and you're going to create a document. If you have a folder already, you're going to create a folder and you're going to upload that Word document here, right? And when you're done with that, it should look like this, right? So these are all the questions. I have 128 pages of questions of a Word document that I asked ChatGPT to create multiple choice questions. And when you do that, you're going to go and you're going to read through it one by one. Why? Because we're studying. We are in CRNA school. We need to study and actually try to answer these questions. And you're going to go ahead, you're going to highlight it. And then you're going to just say, all right, bulk create. And you're going to go to 1, right? Do 1 card at a time. Don't do 15, because it's going to change the style of the card, of the question. So sometimes RemNote will copy it word for word. Sometimes it will rewrite it. So now you have the question from ChatGPT, right? If you want to change it and you don't like the way the question is worded, change the AI model. So now this is Claude, which is more powerful than ChatGPT at the time, as far as being a larger language AI model, and then you have ChatGPT, right? Because the reason is RemNote can only generate you a max 20 cards at a time, but it's not going to necessarily give you clinical based scenario type questions. It's always going to give you questions based on how it's written in your PowerPoint and a little bit changed, how the information is presented to you in your PowerPoint and then changed up a little bit. So now you just save it, right? Now, as you can see, I have over 300 something cards from this one document that I generated from ChatGPT. So now I'm in the clinical scenario testing phase of my exam, right? I want to see questions that may look similar to my exam. I've already been studying all of this material, so now I'm in the final days, the final 5 days. So I'm going to go and I'm going to click practice with spaced repetition. Here's the information. An elderly patient, he's 66, develops a sudden onset of wide-based veering gait following a cerebral infarct. The patient has difficulty with coordination and weakness. What is the most likely diagnosis? So he said cerebral infarct, wide-based gait, veering gait. I believe that's cerebral ataxia, right? And now I have it. So now I'm able to really practice reading these questions, highlighting what's important that I need to focus on. It says initial imaging of the study, non-tender breast mass. So it's not tender. She's 56. So we're evaluating a new non-tender breast mass. She's 56. What will we do? A mammogram. Did you remember that? Did you forget? I recall with effort, right? What physical examination test is most specific to confirming an LCL tear? I know a valgus is MCL. I know an LCL, a McMurray is a meniscal. I know an anterior jaw test, which is posterior anterior jaw, is PCL. Lachman test, which is ACL. So it has to be varus. And then I can click here and it'll tell me that the valgus stress test is primarily used to assess the medial collateral ligament. If you guys need help with anything else, please reach out to me. I want all of you guys to succeed. Subscribe to the channel, share with your other nurse anesthesia resident friends. I hope this helps someone. Have a good one.